Hello again, my name is Eno Ubevire, thanking you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about students and learning. So many times we young people say, I don't have to study hard. I don't have to even study. We have the wealthiest men in the world. They want to reference Zuckerberg, who's a school dropout. And I always tell them, one thing you have to realize is that he's not just a school dropout. The school he dropped out from is an Ivy League school. So what it takes to get into an Ivy League college is a lot. Perhaps he got into school and for whatever reason, but what is your level? What is your IQ? Are you able to get into an Ivy League school? When you write your own local exams, do your grades reach the top? Are you like 10 marks away from the overall mark you could have gotten? Or you're just somewhere there. And then you start to compare yourself with great men. And then again, you think that they just wake up and things happen. No, there is a mindset. What is your mindset like? If you're a young person, I'm going to tell you today, tomorrow, and the day after that your grades are the most important things that you want to focus on. Yes, you must build relationships as you go because you're not in class 247. And even when you're in class, part of your learning is building relationships. But saying that you're not going to study, I don't get it. Because in life, we never stop learning. So if when you have the time and you're of that age, and instead of focusing on that one thing, you'll run all over the place, keep making excuses, and the likes. Then when you get older, you find that you did not build skills. You did not build enough capacity to do something else with your life or something remarkable or something worthy. And then you start to struggle. First thing first, get an education. And an education doesn't have to be formal schooling. There must be something you learn how to do or you have fine-tuned, in our local parlance, I call it follow-come, the thing that you're naturally endued with. I can speak, for example, I've been speaking since I was a child. I was in debating club, I was in poetry club, I was in the drama club for a bit in primary school. So this is what I've always done. But speaking is not enough. You've got to get very good content. You've got to read, you've got to research, and you've got to learn how to be convincing. So there's a lot of learning that even goes with your natural ability. Do you understand? So you've got to focus because some of you, when you leave school, you realize that you want to further your education. Maybe you want to relocate. And then to get admitted now becomes a problem. Why? Because your grades are really, really low. Oh yes, I know there are schools that take students with low grades. Must it be you? And that's why I tell people, young people and their parents, don't force a child to go to school to read a course that you wished you read. No, what you want to do is look at their natural aptitude. You have a child who, once you leave them with a pen and paper or a pencil and paper, they start to draw. That tells you something. If you have a child like me that likes to speak, that likes to express herself, that tells you something. There are many professions that are tied to these things that you could explore. Do you understand? If you have a child that uses their hands very well, I know people that when they're really young, they were always coupling and uncoupling stuff. That tells you something. But many parents do not pay attention. And even young people, they do not pay attention. My parents wanted me to be a doctor. Yeah, sounds good, but could I have been a doctor? Maybe. I was book smart for that. But my natural aptitude is what I'm doing now, performing. Do you understand? So when you want to take a course in school, the first thing you want to ask is, do I have the natural ability to? Am I book smart for this particular course? If you're not, don't bother. Because what happens is what we see is people waste all that time, all that money. Well, maybe it's not a complete waste of time because there are things you learn, but that's not you. They waste all that time, all that money, then they come out and then they're like, okay, mommy, okay, daddy, I've done what you asked me to do. Can I now go on with my life? And they drop the certificate and they walk away. All that money gone. No, darling, don't do that. So what you want to do is check. There are lots of tests online that you can use these days to check your natural aptitude, that, what you can likely be. If I'm not on radio talking, I can do this on TV like I'm doing on YouTube. I can teach a class. I run an academy. I could write a book to share my experiences. Do you understand? It's all communication. So if I'm not doing this the way I'm doing this, I'll do it some other way. I can tell a story. I'm a great storyteller. Do you understand? So I ask people, the course you studied, if you had a chance to go back to school, let's back up, to like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, would you be willing to take a loan to pay for the course you studied? No. Okay. Is there a course that you will be more than willing to take a loan to study right now? Aha, now we're talking. I read philosophy as my first degree in the university. I have no regrets because it brought out I've always been an inquisitive child, right? It brought that out in a very different way, more polished, more fine-tuned, deeper, more solid. So it helps my work as a storyteller, as a reporter, as a presenter, as an interviewer. Even when I talk to people, I'm not just talking surface. I want to glean, I want to learn. When I travel, the same thing. So sometimes someone's asking me, are you CIA? And I laugh. No, I'm a no Ogbevire. And that's what I want to talk about today. So think about it. Don't let anybody pressure you, but understand yourself. Know what you can do without stress. Get training in that. Become good and very good. Because that's the target, darling. If you're going to do this, go all out to do it and be excellent at it. Do you understand? So don't feel overwhelmed. You have parents, talk to them. If you're a parent, talk to your kids. Observe them. See what they liked in grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, grade 7. Are they still at it? That's a cue. Thank you for your time. Bye.